Have you ever caught yourself holding back, hesitating, or doubting your choices because you're worried about what others might think? You're not alone. But what if I told you there's an ancient philosophy that can free you from this constant need for approval? Today, we're diving into how Stoicism can help you stop caring about what other people think, once and for all. Every day, we're bombarded with opinions, social media likes, unsolicited advice, and that lingering fear of judgment from others. In this constant noise, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters, bending under the pressure to please everyone or live up to external expectations. But here's the liberating truth. The only opinion that truly matters is your own, rooted in your values, principles, and understanding of what is right for your life. Stoicism, a philosophy practiced by ancient thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, offers a timeless roadmap to shift your mindset and reclaim your sense of self. The Stoics taught that worrying about the opinions of others is a waste of energy, as we cannot control what others think or say. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This idea emphasizes that external judgments are outside our control, and focusing on them only distracts us from what we can influence: our thoughts, actions, and character. By turning inward and grounding ourselves in our own values, we free ourselves from the exhausting need for external validation. Social media, for example, thrives on the currency of likes and approval, making it easy to fall into the trap of measuring your worth by numbers or comments. But Stoicism teaches us to step back and ask, does this align with my purpose? Does it matter in the larger scheme of my life? The Stoics believe that living virtuously, pursuing wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline is far more important than chasing fleeting approval from others. To apply this philosophy in daily life, practice detachment from the opinions of others. When you face criticism or judgment, pause and reflect. Is this feedback constructive, or is it simply noise? If it doesn't align with your values or help you grow, let it go. Similarly, remind yourself that praise is equally fleeting and should not dictate your sense of self-worth. Instead, measure your success by your own standards. Did I act with integrity? Did I stay true to my principles? Stoicism also encourages us to cultivate inner strength through self-reflection and intentional action. Take time each day to reflect on your choices, focusing on what you did well and where you can improve, without being swayed by external opinions. By anchoring yourself in your own values, you develop resilience and confidence, creating a life driven by purpose rather than the approval of others. Ultimately, Stoicism reminds us that the opinions of others are just that, opinions. They have no real power unless we grant it to them. By prioritizing your own judgment and living according to your principles, you can rise above the noise, finding peace and clarity in a world full of distractions. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. So how do you apply this in your life? Let's break it down into 3 actionable steps, inspired by Stoicism. Step 1. Define your inner circle. Not everyone's opinion deserves your attention. In a world overflowing with noise, unsolicited advice, and constant judgment, the Stoics remind us to discern whose voices we allow into our mental space. They taught us to focus on the opinions that genuinely matter, those of trusted mentors, close friends who have our best interests at heart, and, most importantly, our own inner wisdom. By carefully curating the perspectives we value, we can filter out unnecessary distractions and live a life aligned with our true purpose. Start by reflecting on whose opinions truly help you grow, who challenges you constructively, offers encouragement when you need it, and holds you accountable to your highest potential. These are the voices that deserve a place in your life. Take a moment to write down the names of these individuals, the people whose insights and advice genuinely guide and inspire you. This exercise not only clarifies who matters, but also helps you focus your energy on nurturing those relationships. For everyone else, politely tune them out. This doesn't mean ignoring others or dismissing differing perspectives outright. It's about being selective and intentional. Not all feedback is helpful, and many opinions are simply projections of other people's fears, insecurities, or biases. The Stoics remind us that we cannot control what others say or think, but we can control how much weight we give to their words. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By focusing on the voices that support your growth and aligning with your inner wisdom, you cultivate a sense of clarity and self-confidence. Your inner voice, the quiet, steady guide rooted in your values and principles, is your most trustworthy compass. Spend time strengthening this voice through reflection, journaling, and mindful self-inquiry. When you make decisions based on your own inner convictions rather than external pressures, you live a life of authenticity and purpose. Remember, not every opinion is worth your time or energy. Practice the art of discernment. Engage with those who uplift and challenge you in meaningful ways, and gracefully let go of the rest. By doing so, you create space to focus on what truly matters, building a life that reflects your goals, values, and aspirations. Step 2. Practice negative visualization. This might sound odd, but take a moment to deliberately imagine the worst-case scenario if someone judges you. Picture the criticism or disapproval you fear most. What's the absolute worst thing that could happen? Now ask yourself, will this opinion still matter to me a week from now? A year? 5 years? In most cases, the answer will be a resounding no. This exercise, rooted in the Stoic practice of negative visualization, helps you confront your fears head-on and puts the judgments of others into perspective. By imagining the worst-case scenario, you demystify the fear of judgment and strip it of its power. Often, the fear of criticism feels much larger than the reality. Once you visualize it, you realize that most judgments are fleeting, inconsequential, and quickly forgotten. This clarity helps you separate genuine concerns from unnecessary anxieties, allowing you to focus on what truly matters, your own values and actions. The Stoics used negative visualization as a tool to prepare themselves for life's uncertainties. Seneca famously wrote, "He who suffers before it is necessary, suffers more than is necessary." In other words, fearing judgment in advance only amplifies its impact. By visualizing the worst outcome, you train your mind to remain calm and grounded, even if the scenario you imagine does occur. This practice builds emotional resilience, helping you face criticism with confidence and grace. Furthermore, this exercise reminds you that other people's opinions have no real power over you unless you grant it to them. You are the one who decides how much weight to give to external judgments. If you are living in alignment with your principles and striving for your personal goals, then the opinions of others become irrelevant background noise. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Practicing negative visualization regularly equips you with the mental strength to handle criticism and rejection without being derailed. It shifts your focus away from external validation and toward your own inner growth and integrity. Over time, you'll find yourself less affected by the opinions of others and more empowered to act authentically and with purpose. Step 3. Detach from outcomes. The Stoics emphasize the importance of effort over outcome, teaching that our focus should be on what we can control, our actions, intentions, and integrity, rather than external results or opinions. They understood that we cannot dictate how others will react to us, nor can we guarantee success in every endeavor. However, we can ensure that we approach each situation with our best effort and a clear conscience. If you act with integrity and give your best, the opinions of others become irrelevant. Seneca captured this mindset beautifully when he said, "What progress have I made? I am beginning to be my own friend." Imagine living your life with that level of confidence and self-assurance. By detaching from the need for external validation or specific outcomes, you free yourself from the fear of judgment and the pressure to meet unrealistic expectations. Instead, you focus on the one thing that truly matters: staying true to your principles and doing your best in the present moment. Detaching from outcomes doesn't mean you stop caring about results. It means you stop obsessing over things beyond your control. Whether a project succeeds, a person approves of you, or an opportunity unfolds as planned is not within your sphere of influence. What is within your control is your effort, preparation, and attitude. By focusing on these, you can approach life with a sense of purpose and calm, knowing that you've done everything in your power to act honorably and effectively. This mindset also builds a deeper connection with yourself. When you shift your focus inward and prioritize your own values and growth, you become less dependent on external circumstances for your happiness. You begin to cultivate a sense of self-worth that is not tied to what others think of you or the outcomes of specific situations. Over time, this detachment fosters a profound confidence. A confidence rooted in knowing that you are living authentically and in alignment with your highest ideals. The Stoics remind us that our worth is not measured by the opinions of others or the results we achieve, but by the effort we put forth and the way we carry ourselves. Stoicism isn't about ignoring people entirely. It's about living with clarity and purpose, free from the chains of unnecessary judgment. If this resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And remember, focus on what you can control and let the rest go.